When you fear losing something that you badly want, or when you lose something that you thought you never would, you start to doubt your abilities. We don't feel like our best in such times. Even taking a tiny step feels challenging, and it happens to all of us. It can happen to your team members, to your kids, to you. To feel like your best self again, sometimes all you need is a pep talk. There's nothing to be embarrassed about needing a pep talk. Army generals lead their troops with a pep talk. It's how sports coaches motivate their team before a big game. It's how business leaders pump their team in a challenging quarter to perform. Even superheroes need it from time to time. The point being, no one is too macho for a pep talk. A good pep talk helps you reboot. Delivering a good pep talk is the mark of a good leader. Also that of a good parent, coach, teacher, probably even that of a good partner and a good friend. The best part is that once you learn the tricks of the trade, you can talk yourself into it and reap its benefits. Research has shown that talking to ourselves as a third person helps us control our thoughts, emotions, and feelings better under stress. Why is that? It's because a lot of brain power goes into regulating our emotions, and less brain power goes into reflecting emotions of others. When you address yourself with your name instead of using pronouns like I or me, you create a psychological distance. It's like talking to another person. So instead of saying, I need to go on the stage, if I say, Prachi needs to go onto the stage and face her fears, or Prachi, you need to face your fears, go to the stage, is much better. While I write morning pages, I tend to write them in third person. When I'm editing my article, I pretend it's someone else reading it for the first time. I used to do that to get a fresh perspective, but now I realize that it has double benefits. It improves your work and it's also brain friendly. What exactly goes in a good pep talk? Can a bunch of feel-good lines or you got it champ work the wonder? There are three crucial elements of a good pep talk. Once you understand these elements, you can use them to design an effective pep talk. Element number 1, empathy. To gain empathy, recognize what your audience is going through. For example, I know these are steep targets. I know statistics is hard to grasp at first. Recollect a successful past experience where they beat the odds. For example, remember last year how you got max sales when other teams were struggling? Remember how you kept on writing relentlessly for hours every day until you finished the story? Elicit confidence. For example, you got this. I believe in you. I know when you put your heart into something, you don't stop until you get it. The second element of a good pep talk is defining the purpose. You need to answer these questions in your talk. Why is this important? Why are you doing this and what's the reward? What's the bigger purpose? For example, you'll be making a difference to the lives of the customers, or your family, your community, your country. The third and final element of a good pep talk is setting the direction. Sometimes it helps to give a clear set of instructions about the task at hand. At other times, a framework is sufficient. For example, an experienced team of professionals don't need micro steps, whereas a bunch of new employees need more guidance. As parents, we tend to instruct our kids to the T. In the short term, it makes our life easier, but in the long term, it holds them back from developing creative problem-solving muscles. As a rule of thumb, for kids, use more frameworks and less instructions. There you go, 3 elements of a good pep talk: empathy, direction, and purpose. By understanding your context and audience better, you can design a great pep talk. Happy pep talking!